Hey people, this is Jacob at Sutherland Chevrolet in Nicholasville, Kentucky. I'm here today to show you our 2022 Chevy Silverado ZR2. I'm going to walk around the outside here, kind of give you details about anything that I see, good, bad, and ugly, and then we'll get on the inside of the vehicle and we'll kind of do the same thing, go over some features, things like that. I'm going to start up here at the front of the vehicle and kind of work my way around. So first off, the driver front wheel here looks to be in excellent condition. I'm not noticing any kind of scratches or scrapes or anything. Is this a rock chip or is this something that's just up on there? I think that's just something. Nope, that's a rock chip. So that's a rock chip there. You got a little one there. And it needs another bath. You can see where a little rock chip's been touched up there. I can't even see because it's so bright outside this morning. And my phone is so dim. That's not a rock chip. That was just some dirt. That's a little glue there, it looks like. That could be for tree sap or something. That might come off, but don't quote me on that. You got some bug guts up here. Probably can be cleaned off a little better. All in all, I'm not seeing too many rock chips. It's a lot of dust, so that's good. That makes me feel good. What is this? Okay, that's just a little either bird or something there. Tree sap. That should come off pretty good once it's washed. It's looking like it's not been on there for too long. Up here where they have these painted black bumpers, it looks great. However, it's a rock chip magnet, so I am going to, so you got a little scratch right here on this passenger side corner, a little rub right there along the clear coat. That's just dirt. Something's already been touched up here, a little rock chip there. That looks like they've been touched up. Maybe a couple rock chips. Nope, that's just dirt. No. Some really light rock chips there, one right there, something's rubbed a little bit there, little tiny things. You're gonna notice there's boom, 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 rock chips all right there, a couple over here, one up here. It's gonna happen, you know, it's inevitable. Things going down the highway, interstate, you know, 60, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, these things are going to happen. Just expect it to some degree, but obviously there's things like, you know, trying to drive a little bit further behind vehicles. Something's rubbed it right there. Hopefully that's showing up pretty decently in the camera. Little scratches right here. Several little scratches as I go along. The rock chip there looks like it's been touched up already. A couple tiny ones there, one here, one there. Like I said, it's inevitable. Trying to get out of the way so you can maybe see it better. A couple that have been touched up right here. Some more down here that maybe haven't. One up here. So a lot along that front bumper. Like I said, these painted bumpers, that's going to happen on the chrome ones. You know, that they tend to not show as many little things like that or not get them in the first place. So, that's just one of the things. Over here on the passenger side, really, I probably need to move the truck around. So what we'll do is, because the way I've parked it, we've got awesome lighting on the other side, and it's dim over here. What I'll do is I'll do a second cut where the vehicle's turned around the other way, and we'll get this side. I think that's our best option. So up here looks pretty good. We had the rock chip there. This is just a little dusty. Needs to be cleaned up a little better. Maybe got a little something right there. A little rock chip or something. Let's see the door here. You got a couple of scratches there. Maybe a little rock chip right there. The tiniest rock chip in the world right there. Someone's done some touch up here. Something scratched it there. Little spot there from a rock chip. The one here and the door. Actually, that's rubbing off. So I think we're pretty good there. Rock chip that's been touched up there. I think this is mainly maybe a little rock chip there, a little rock chip there. I'm in the way again. Let's go from this angle. So you got a couple scratches right there. Again, nothing crazy, but maybe a couple rock chips here, there, here. What is this? This is just, this will come right off. Just needs another bath. And looks good up here. Let's look at the bed. Is that a rock chip? Having trouble telling. Rock chip there. Looks like one there and there. See, I'm having trouble telling with some of these. I think that's a rock chip there. Got a little couple scritches right there. This rear wheel looked great. I may have said that already. I don't remember. Is that bad? Let's see here. So, yeah, and I can't really see the tailgate much either. So what we'll do is we'll cut it here. Okay, I've shuffled the truck around to get some better lighting here. We're gonna work our way around this side and just check everything. Tailgate's looking pretty strong. Maybe some light scratches right there from a bush or something. Something's been touched up right here. A couple little scratches there. A couple little scratches here. Looks like there might have been a dent here at some point in time that they tried to pull out. So this is one of those things that up close I notice it. Back here, I would have never seen it. So it may bother you, it might not. I'm just here to show you. A couple little scratches there. Little area right there where something's rubbed it a little bit. Everything looks pretty normal here. Now this does have the multi-flex tailgate, so this piece can drop down like that. This piece can drop down here, and then you can actually get up in it, like so. So it's pretty nifty. Let's see if I can get out of here without falling down. Pretty simple. I'm gonna leave that for now. It's you can get it up one-handed, but it's a little finicky to do that way. You got a couple little scratches right here. Hopefully you can see those. Is that a scratch or is that water? Something's rubbed against it right there. Back away so I'm not in the way. It looks like something might be touched up down here a little bit. Don't know if that's picking up in the camera very well. I'm trying to help. I think I'm making it worse. Anyway, there's a little spot down here where someone's done some touch up. Let's see. Clearly they've done a good job if it's hard to pick up in the camera, you know? Couple little rock chips right there. Maybe a tiny one right here. Something's rubbed against it right there. Someone could look at it and say maybe the truck's been off-roaded and that's why there's rock chips along the body. I would say, at least from the size, I wouldn't imagine it would be off-roaded. I would imagine that it was interstate. And I could be wrong. But that's my 2 cents. Things look pretty good on this side, but I think we've already pretty much looked at it. You've maybe got a little tiny rock chip right there along the fender. But everything else looks really great. And like I said, you know, it's a dark color vehicle. You've got a black front bumper. It's going to show more than anything else, you know. If the truck were white or silver, it would hide a lot of this kind of stuff, where this vehicle, it kind of accents it. And so you've got a little scrape right there. I didn't even know if I saw that before, but it's there. What's here? Am I seeing something? So you've had a lot of little spots, and my big body's in the way, that are touched up down here. Quite a few there, like 6 or so from what I think I'm seeing. They've been touched up well, but they're there. And I'm seeing another scrape now that I step back. So there's the one right here on the passenger side door. Actually, that's coming off with my hand. This one's not coming off with my hand. This one's coming off with my hand. So this wasn't a scrape, it's just that passenger front door. And you'll see it even there as I step away. So something's rubbed up against it a little bit. I'm going to go to the inside of the vehicle now. Now that we've looked at the outside, I'm going to go to the inside. We'll kind of go over that. I'm going to switch to a little bit wider angle lens so you can see things a little better. So first off on your door, you know, you got locks, unlocks, memory seat settings here. So you can set your seat, set your mirrors, even set, you got a power steering wheel here. You can even set that and it'll remember all those settings. So it's really nice. So you can press a button and everything will move the way you want it to. It's really cool. Of course, your door release. Here you select your mirror, you make the adjustment underneath that. Pretty normal stuff. This one is your power in, power out, fold up and fold out mirrors. You've got this guy here that locks people from messing with your windows. And then your window adjustments behind that. You got a little pocket down here. We've got some small goods stuff down in there. And then of course you have a Bose stereo in the vehicle, which is awesome. I've gotten really spoiled by those in my General Motors vehicles. Here you've got your four-wheel drive controller. Press the buttons here, that switches your modes as far as your four-wheel drive, and then you've got your driving modes down here. So if you turn this little switch, let me get the steering wheel straight there, straightened up a little bit better. There we go. So I can turn that little switch, and you'll see up here it switches to terrain mode, an off-road mode, and then your normal mode. And then if I hit this button on the face, that takes me to the trailer mode. Right now it's telling me my tailgate's still open, so I don't drive away. But you'll see it switch to tow haul mode over there on the right. So cool. Over here you have your lighting controls for the exterior. These buttons here control your brightness for the interior. Right now it's not going to do anything because it's got a sensor up here on the dash that's picking up ambient light outside the vehicle, making those adjustments on its own. You got your bed lamp. Actually, these are lights on your mirrors, I believe. This button here, and then the button on the right side is for your bed lamp. So I know you'll press it and cargo lamps enabled will pop up here on the digital information / gauge cluster. So on your steering wheel, you got a ton of buttons. You got your cruise control right here, forward collision alert. You can adjust the distance at which it will alert you. Here you got your heated steering wheel, and then on your left side you've got buttons to show different information up here on the digital information center / gauge cluster. and you've got some buttons over here for this button brings up the voice assistant on your phone, or the Google's built-in voice assistant, because this is essentially a fancy Android tablet here. It has Google and Android built in to the device, and then this button hangs up on phone calls, hangs up on Siri or Google Assistant or whichever assistant you could be using on your phone. Over here, of course, you got an awesome huge display, very similar to the huge display for your gauge cluster, but this is your stereo, so it can do all kinds of things. It's got Google built-in navigation, which of course, like it's going to tell you, requires OnStar. So that's a monthly payment type thing. I think it's somewhere in the $20 to $30 range a month for that service, but that allows you to use the built-in navigation. However, if you have an Android or Apple phone that's newer than a few years, you can wirelessly connect Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and I can go into that into more detail and mirror your phone screen's navigation up here onto the display. So that's another option, and I can give you more information on that. AM, FM, XM are all here. XM, of course, is another service that you have to pay for if you want it. You do get a trial of it for 3 months with the purchase of a new or used vehicle. You do have some trailering options here. You can make set trailer profiles. You can even press a button and it'll automatically check the lights for you, so that you can kind of, the idea is they want you to be able to set up a trailer pretty easily, even if you're new at it, without having to have a second person there to go, hey, I'm going to press on the brake, will you check the tail lights? You don't have to play that game. You can do it all by yourself with the vehicle. So it's really cool. Yeah, so awesome. There's ways to download other apps here, and ESPN and these types of things. You can't watch games on it, can't play video games, can't watch movies, but you can get things like score updates and weather information and all kinds of stuff like that here. Here you got a bunch of buttons. They used to call this like kind of like piano keys type of row underneath the stereo, but you got a bunch of buttons for controls around the vehicle. You got lane change alert with lane keep assist. Your parking sensors are here. This button turns off the auto stop start, which if you're familiar with will shut down the engine sometimes at stoplights and stop signs to save additional fuel. Some people do not like that feature, and you can turn that off right here. This button lowers your tailgate. And then here you've got your hazards. You can see them blinking up there. Your traction control off. Generally, I would leave that alone and leave it on. But sometimes if you're stuck in mud or ice, or just in a sketchy point off road, you might want to turn that off. But generally, I would say leave it on. You got a hill descent controller here, and then you have locking front and rear differentials, and then rear differentials, which, to my understanding, is more of an off-road thing. Generally, you'd probably only want to turn those on if you knew what you were doing with them, which I necessarily might not. You got a bunch of settings here for controlling the way the windows, the locks work, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of customization there if you want to get into that. Of course, your on and off button for the vehicles here. This is your integrated trailer brake, so you don't have to have some box down here banging your knee. If you have brakes on a trailer. Your HVAC controls are all right here, including your cooled seats, heated back, and then heated back and bottom for both the driver and the passenger sides, which is awesome. Some people might look down here and go, hey, there's no wireless charger. This is a top-of-the-line truck. Where's the wireless charger? It's back here. So there's a little pocket. You slip your phone in there. I'm going to pretend the keys are a phone, even though it'd be a really small phone. And they just slide down in here, and that's where your wireless charger is. So really cool. It's hidden out of the way. It's discreet. Your phone's not banging around up here. You still have free range to put stuff like your wallet and keys up here if you want to, and they're not banging around on your phone. So I kind of like the hidden area back here. It's pretty neat. You got a little area here. You could put pins and things. Obviously, I got a water here. You got a little area up here that's pretty similar. If you've had any of the older GM trucks, they used to put wireless chargers here. I'm going to open this up. There's your wireless charger as far as like kind of having full access to it. You got some outlets here, a big storage area here. You could fit probably 30 Twinkies in there if you had to. Over here, you've got your, can't even think, your glove box. You got all your manuals and stuff in there. The vehicle does have floor liners, General Motors floor liners in the vehicle, which are laser cut and everything to essentially perfectly fit the vehicle. So they're really nice. They're very similar to WeatherTech if you've ever used those. They pull out. You spray them out, you put them back in. It's pretty simple. You also have a rear view camera mirror here, which is a really nifty feature. I really like it. Some people, they say that it makes them feel sick and things, but I find that most of our customers are very happy with the technology. You can turn it off here by flicking down the mirror. If you flick it back forward, you have that camera mirror. There are settings here. You can adjust brightness. You can move the camera up and down. You can zoom it in and out like I just did there, and I'll move it up a little bit just to show you. So it's pretty nifty. The beauty of that is if something's in your way, you still have vision back there. Also, this uses a wide angle lens, so you can see a little more to the left and to the right behind you when on the interstate, or when, you know, just backing up in general things into the garage, things like that. So pretty cool technology there. I'm going to get out, kind of show you the interior, make sure there's no real blemishes. You know, that's leather. This is a high traction spot, so you'll go ahead and you'll see some cracks and stuff from people like me, big guys, sliding in and out, you know. But just, you know, it's leather, it's like a skin, it's like our hand, so it's gonna end up cracking and stuff here. That's pretty normal. It just gives it a little character. You can see the seats had some either dark jeans or dark pants sitting in it, maybe, or maybe even some sweaty jeans or pants. The leather's a little you know, just a little darker gray there. And again, that's going to happen as things get worn in a little bit. The great thing about leather is it tends to wear really well. You can see it's even got the floor liners back here. They connect in the middle, so they'll separate on both sides. But as you can see, they fit really well. They actually go all the way up underneath the storage into the seat here. So pretty cool. In the bench back here, you've got some hidden storage. You can fit boxes of shotgun shells back here if you need to. Over here, you got some extra cup holders, and then you've got, of course, that in-seat storage on the other side. So pretty cool. The leather looks really good here. I'm going to go to the passenger side just to make sure. But as you would hope, it looks like the leather, has been really well taken care of, and the interior seems to be as mint as it could possibly be. So things look awesome. Okay. I hope that gives you a pretty decent rundown of the vehicle. We can always go into more detail if there's anything kind of specific you're looking for. Again, this is Jacob at Sutherland Chevrolet in Nicholasville. I'm going to get this thrown up on YouTube, and thank you and have a great day.